Hey everyone, this is Omer. Throughout my life, I lived in 3 different countries and 5 different cities. And every time I moved to a new one, the biggest hassle was finding an accommodation. Tons of suppliers, many websites to choose from, most of which has a very poor UX, so we thought this might be easier. I'll start with a couple of trends that we see in residential living. First one is urbanization. People are flocking into bigger urban areas, and they are more international than ever, changing their countries for study or work purposes. And usually these international people also end up in the bigger urban areas, which result to housing scarcity in all of the biggest cities of the world. It's the same problem in Berlin, in London, in SF, and tech people have responded with 3 main business models. One of them is shared apartment startups. So instead of renting the whole apartment, basically you rent a room within an apartment. And the second one was online marketplaces like Airbnb or HomeLike, which allowed people to rent their next apartment at the other side of the world without having to arrange a viewing. And recently, co-living projects, community living, is evolving from all around the world. And as far as we see, there are more than 800 online platforms that fall into one of these 3 business models. And Nestpick is a meta search platform for on-demand housing. We are only focusing on 1 month and above stays, offering fully furnished apartments and rooms, type of accommodation that you can start living in with your luggage. And we are initially targeting expats and international students because it's a necessity for them. But we believe on-demand housing can be one of the main ways of living for the younger generation in the near future. And when that time comes, we want to be the dominant platform where people search their on-demand housing options on a global basis. Almost half of our traffic is unpaid. We are delivering relevant homes to our users through our advanced search algorithms, and people can complete their leases in one of our trusted partners, a similar flow to Skyscanner or Trivago. We've been growing rapidly. We are 20 times bigger than 2 years ago, 3.5 times bigger than last year, and our organic visits are growing even more than the total growth. And the total target that we target allows Nestpick to reach up to $4 billion in revenue on a yearly basis. And out of this total market, actually 40% of these rentals happen in the top 30 urban areas of the world. And we want to win these markets first before we become a truly global player. And currently, I think we have very established presence aside from Hong Kong, which is more like a Chinese dominant market. And the websites that we aggregate, the partners that we have raised more than $600 million in order to grow, and we are helping them grow faster. Looking at the multiples and penetrations of the benchmark models such as Trivago or Skyscanner, we are confident that we can reach more than $50 million in revenue in the next 4 to 5 years. And this year, we are going after $4 million. If you are interested to hear more about Nestpick, I'm happy to talk to you all. We are here with my co-founder and CTO, and we have a team from 11 different nations, which lived in more than 2 countries each. So we are trying to serve people like us to have better experiences when they are moving to a new city. Thank you very much.